Hello and welcome to Programming Rush. Today in this video we are going to discuss the problem minimum cost climbing stairs, that is the problem number 746. So here in this problem we will be given the cost to climb each step and we need to minimize it, and it is the very much simple thing that for minimization we choose the DP or dynamic programming, and in each step we can climb either one step or two steps that is given. So here we are given an example of 10, 15, 20. So to climb it we will start at index 1, it is 0, 1, 2, and we can pay up the cost of 15 and go to index 2 and we can climb. In the example 2 we are given the this thing, and we can start from index 0, we can go to index 1, then go to index 0 to index 1, 2, then index 4, first starting to 0, then to 2, then to 4, then to 6, then to 8, then to, sorry, not 8, then to 7, then to 9. So how many times we are using it? 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each value is of 1, so the output is 1. And this is given here 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Starting at 0. So we are not going to go from starting to end. What we are going to do? We are going to start from the end, then to start. Why? And let us see how it's going to work. So here we have got our costs. Now these are our costs, okay, and this is an example that I have created to explain the code easily. So first of all we know that we want to minimize the cost if we start from the 10 or 15, and so for this first we are not going from top to bottom, we are rather going from bottom to top. This is a bottom to top approach. Now after 12 we know that it is the end of array, so we can consider this as zeros. Why? Because these are no cost reaching there, because 12 the last cost. Now if we are at a 12 and we need to go, we can choose either this one or this one, but the minimum cost will be like this, the 12, because we are going to pay 12 and let's go. Now when we are 22 we can go jump to 12 and then to 0 to get the minimum, that is the to reach the last index, or the to complete the steps, that is 22 plus 12, that is what, 34. But there is another way, we can jump 2 steps. As we can see here, we can jump 2 steps. So 22 plus 0 is nothing but 22. So we want to minimize, and the minimum is at this time is 22. For 17 it is now no 0 values will work, because we can jump either 1 or 2 steps. So for 17 we need to choose the minimum, 22 or 12, which is the minimum. 12 is the minimum. So 17 plus 12, we are going to add up the cost. 17 plus 12 is 29. Now for 14 we have two choices, 29 or 22. Which one we are going to choose? We are going to choose the 22. With 14 plus 22 is 36. Okay, again for 20 we have two choices, 36 or 29. Which is the minimum? 29 is the minimum. So here we are going to write 49. 20 plus 29, that is 49. Let us separate by commas to make them distinguishable. Now here it is the 15, which is the minimum, 36 or 49. 36 is the minimum, so here we are going to write 51. And finally we have 51 and 49, two choices for the first element, that is 59. Okay, so at index, if we start from index 0, we are going to take it is going to take 59 total cost, whereas if we start from 52nd index, it is going to take 51. Sorry. So we are going to take the minimum, and this is our answer, the 51, and the same we are going to implement in our code. So this was the whole explanation, and let us now move to the code. So now we are at our code section and we have the cost array, but we don't need to create any additional array, because we need just to add up the cost, and for adding up the cost we don't need to create another array and just increase our memory size, because we are just adding up the previous cost. We don't need the original values anymore once the costs are increased. So we are going to start from n minus 3 in I equals to n minus 3 up till to 0, the 0th index, and we are going to decrement at each step. Now the cost at ith index will sum up with the minimum of the cost at next two steps or the cost at next step. Which one is the minimum? We are going to check by this function, and we are going to start from n minus 3. The reason is, so we are going to do like this, because if you see at our explanation, the 22 and 12 won't matter much. We are going to start from 17 itself and check the minimum cost. So finally we are going to return the minimum of cost cost 0 or the cost at 1. Now we have a condition, we have a case when n is equals to 2, but for that this loop won't run, and we are going to return the minimum of a cost 0, because as we can see in the constraints, n is cost length is 2 to 1000. So if n is equals to 2, then only this return function will run. This won't run because it does not satisfy the condition. So for now let us run the example test cases. Okay, I have made some mistake. Int 10 equals to cost dot size. Yeah, this is the size of our array given. So yeah, our code runs successfully. Let us run. So our code runs successfully. Let us run the example test cases. So we have got the correct outputs. Now let us submit it. And yeah, our code runs and it is giving the correct output.